Hello everybody, my name's Ryan and I'm a driving instructor, and today, Gosforth Test Centre exit. Bit of a long title, isn't it? Yeah, I'll come up with something a bit snappier and no, anyway, it's about exiting the test centre. Before we go any further, like, comment and subscribe. So what's it all about? Well, first of all, we can't practice it because the test centre's open. So we can't physically go up that car park and do a right turn. Left turns, pretty simple to a degree. You've got to give way to the traffic on the right hand side that are coming around that corner at 40. But essentially, it's about the right turn. So why is it so bad? Well, actually, what happens is, and you can stay there for as long as you like, if you're looking, assessing, deciding and acting on the right hand side, then you can't go anywhere. But as the traffic then stops for the traffic lights on the left hand side, you get this bunching effect, and what happens is the cars can't see you because it's quite a closed junction on the right hand side without realizing it. Now normally at 30 you would kind of expect to get out 7 to 10 seconds, that car moving down. If you can cross the road in 7 seconds, you can drive across it in 7 seconds. So when you're looking across on a 40, it's more towards 10, 11, 12 seconds. So it takes the same amount of time to get out, but the cars are coming in much quicker. So if they're 10 seconds away, then they're on you almost straight away. So if you see one over on that right hand side, there's a fair chance that it isn't, you're going to commit a dangerous error by pulling out in front of them. The other thought to this though is that if you've got a big long line of traffic and somebody's given way and they've flashed the lights or they've waved at you or whatever to pull out, they actually don't know what's going to happen on your left hand side, the traffic coming in from the left. They can't read the minds of the people on the left hand side. So what happens is that they kind of get confused. And as they get confused, then what happens is that this one's given way. They get frustrated because you haven't pulled out because you've got someone coming from the left, and then they speed up again. So you get that weirdy, I've let you out, but I've not. Now the examiner will absolutely take everything that I've just said into account. They will always be aware of looking, assessing, deciding and acting on there. They come out of it 7, 8, 9 times a day, that junction, in their own car and everybody else's. So they do that junction quite a lot, potentially kind of up to sort of 60 times a week. You said that you can't practice it, and that's absolutely right. You can't practice that junction because you're not allowed in the test centre. If the test centre is actually closed and the gates are shut, then you can sort of loop around into the entrance and line your car up in the corner. But essentially, you can't do it if the test centre's open, which is quite a lot of the time now. Another thought behind this is that there's nowhere else to practice this, and actually there is. In Nelson Industrial Estate in Cramlington, and it might be a little bit too far for your instructor to go, there's a junction by the gym, and that's 40, but it's straight lines really. It's a bit more sighted, a little bit more open, but the cars are doing 40, and it is narrow, and it is a difficult junction to turn right on. And if you were learning to drive in that sort of area, if you were learning driving kind of Dudley, wide open, North Tyneside, and even potentially up as far as Choppington, and you're doing lessons in that area, that Nelson Industrial Estate is there not only for complete beginners, but also for people that are really advanced and about to do a driving test, manoeuvres, right turns on that bad junction, stuff like that. I put together a little bit of video that you've probably watched. I've had somebody that was there turning right for 6 minutes, and it sounds a bit ludicrous that, and I didn't film it though. It was quite a long time ago. We're watching and watching. There's a big long line of cars, but if you can't get out, you're not going to risk it by running in front of a car, because then it's seriously dangerous. Also, if you have pulled out, you've got to check over on that left hand side like you would a regular right turn on a junction. It is quite difficult. It's about that perception of that right turn on a junction work. There's not much more to add than that. Kind of, yeah, you probably watched all the diagrams as I've been speaking, to be honest. It's very difficult to see on the right. You've got to be aware what's on the left. And the only way to really do it is kind of practice when you can't. It's a really difficult junction, if I'm completely honest. There was a plan when they were putting all the traffic lights in a long time ago of putting traffic lights in that junction. But also there was another plan of actually making it a dual carriageway, which they can't anymore because they've built Aldi at the other end, or Lidl, or whatever it is. So in the 1990s map that I've got, there was actually a dual carriageway on that section where the road goes around the back of the test centre and into the field and goes all the way back down the back of the industrial estate. It's like a big loop thing. I don't know quite why they haven't got round to kind of widening it, because it's obvious in areas that they could widen it and make it 3 lanes. And I suppose if it was 3 lanes in, you know, approaching the roundabout, it would be much smoother as well. What are your thoughts on it? Like, comment, subscribe, and if you like what you saw, then do. I'll see you in the next. I might make a video next week. I haven't decided yet. I'm going on holiday like a week on Tuesday or something, so it's really been really busy, and I'm also probably going to blog the whole holiday. So yes, that'll be interesting. So yes, if I don't see you before, bye for now.